Hi guys, so Keir Starmer, the leader of the Labour Party, was interviewed on LBC about a number of different topics, but I just wanted to highlight this one because it really grinds my gears. Now, the right are obsessed with this concept of woke or wokeness, the idea that we should treat people with respect, basically. We should understand our history, both positive and negative. For the right, it's a problem. Now, Keir Starmer was asked about this. He was asked, "Are you a woke bloke?" by Nick Ferrari on LBC. And, well, he didn't handle it very well. And I think he could have handled it much better. So let's see the exchange.
Lastly, we touched on your popularity. Is it that you're a little bit too woke, Sir Keir Starmer?
Oh, Nick, I've been accused of many things. Look, we've been through restrictions. I feel I've had for 40 months leadership where I haven't been able to get out there and make the argument.
Are you a woke bloke?
Look, I'm not going to get it. Most people, but I think the latest poll I saw, 90% of people haven't got the first idea what you're talking about when you say woke, and a good thing too. I'm going to make arguments as me on the issues as I see them arising.
Well, it's just as you couldn't quite bring yourself to condemn taking down the portrait of the Queen. You weren't quite sure. You're not going to condemn Scotland football players if they don't take the knee. You talked about the Gender Recognition Act. I don't know. This was, I think, last week. I don't know how well that plays in Hartlepool. Just says, are you a bit too woke for the Labour Party?
Nick, I'm not getting into a discussion about woke or not woke. Most of the people who will be listening to this won't have the first idea what woke means, and a good thing too.
Okay, I don't understand why that's a good thing, but maybe I'm misunderstanding the entire concept of woke. Because for me, woke is the old definition of common decency. Today, if somebody says, "I want you to use particular pronouns to define me," how is that different from somebody, 10, 20, 30 years ago saying, "My name is Patrick. Don't call me Patrick, call me Pat or call me Paddy"? How is that any different? It's showing respect for someone. Somebody's asking you to use a particular definition that they prefer, and you use that. And you don't insist on saying, "No, I'm actually going to call you Patrick because that's what's written on your birth certificate, or that's what's written in your passport." You show common decency to people in the same way that we understand that our history is coloured. Our history has positives and negatives in it. There was slavery. Slavery was, of course, abolished, but it existed before that. Businesses benefited from slavery. Why is it a problem to understand that and accept that? When it comes to taking down portraits, shouldn't that be up to the people involved? Why should the government get involved here? Why do you want the government? Remember, the Conservatives are always complaining about big government. We need to reduce the size of the government. But when it comes to cultural issues, they want the government to be as big as possible and to interfere as much as possible. I think Keir Starmer should deal with this question in a different way. Whenever the issue of woke is brought up, are you woke? He should use the same definition as I did. Say, well, when I was growing up, the concept of woke was called common decency. Is that a bad thing? Was common decency a bad thing? Was it wrong to treat people with respect? Was it wrong to call people by the name that they preferred? Today, it has changed somewhat, but I still consider it common decency. There is an issue of racism in the country. Footballers are taking the knee. Why should we have a problem with that? Shouldn't we have a problem with the racism, not the actual act of defiance against it? Why are we more upset with the reaction to something than that something itself? Once again, I think Keir Starmer needs to understand how these interviews work, and he needs to prepare his answers a bit better. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot. I want to say a big thank you to all of my patrons. You ensure that this channel continues to exist. I'm eternally grateful for all of your support. If you join Patreon, you will receive instant access to our Discord server, where we have both audio and video chats, You can chat with me and other patrons where we discuss important and non-important issues. Becoming a patron per month costs about the same as a large coffee, so why not check it out?